Good afternoon. This afternoon, I'm very happy to welcome Miss Emily Skelton, talking to us from California, Los Angeles. She's an actress and artist. How are you, Emily? Thank you very much for joining the live.
I'm really well today. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
Your pleasure for me as well. Tell me a little bit about your beginnings and how did you decide to study and become a professional artist?
Well, my travels have taken me all sorts of ways to things that I might not have. I don't have any linear uh, paths. So when I was younger, I was very interested in acting as a child and a teenager, and even into my first year of college. But I had my son at 19, and my acting career faded, and I went into working as a driver in the film industry, and that was a way that I was able to keep myself into the realm of acting and watching other people act for so many years. And just before the pandemic, I decided that since my son was grown now, that I would put some effort into returning to acting. And I have been taking classes, especially through COVID. I went on some online acting classes, and it offered me opportunities, to keep practicing and connecting with people. And now that I'm back to work as a driver in the film industry, I am also going to school and finishing my degree in hopes of taking a little more time for other pursuits, as acting and writing, and more time to paint and make jewelry and do the things that I love. So I am just kind of changing my life because the pandemic offered me a different way of looking at things, and I just want to continue the things that I love, and see what happens.
This is great. And Tom, you are a member of SAG-AFTRA, right?
Yes, I am.
I think what I would like to ask you is when you are a member of the Acting Association in the United States, this offers you more opportunity in casting and communicating with producer, with casting agencies, or it is better as well to rely on yourself to look for opportunities?
It's a slippery slope, actually, because if I were to have possibly stayed non-union longer in order to get more camera time, I might have done myself a service by being able to put myself out there more often. So now that I am SAG, I might have become SAG a bit too early. I've only had one principal role, and I am right now without an agent or manager. So I am looking for representation. So right now it is just up to me to find opportunities. And even though having the SAG card gives me the ability to take the professional union jobs, I don't have my reel built up. A lot of people don't know me as an actress yet, except for the few people that I have worked with in the past couple of years. So, but I would prefer to work union, because as a union driver, I know it's a better work environment. So I believe that to be true as well with acting. I think that I would be better protected on shoots that are SAG approved, and I just even though it might be a little harder it'll take more effort for me to get where I want to be, but I think once I get there, it will be beneficial.
Of course. But you told me as well during our talk on LinkedIn, you had already a credit, you know. Tell me about it, your previous role.
So I was working on games people play as a driver. It's a BET television show, and I saw an opportunity for a part that I might be able to do. And I asked my boss, and he asked his boss, and she asked the director if I would be able to audition for it. And Rob Morrow was the director, and he said I could audition for it. So I went. I went and got prepared. They gave me the sides for it was just a couple of lines, but I auditioned for Rob, and I got the part. And I always felt that I'd be very comfortable on set because I have lived in that environment for so long, and I was correct. And I feel that it was a very comfortable place for me to be, and I wasn't. I mean, I feel like I accomplished the job very easily, and I was professional, and it was simple, and I'm ready to do it again. It was a lot of fun. I was really excited to have that opportunity. But the only way I got the opportunity was by opening my mouth and letting people know that that's what I want. So sometimes you just have to speak up for yourself and to say, hey, I'd like to try something new. I'd like to do something different. And it's really nice to see that there are people out there that are happy to give you a leg up and help you out in that way.
Yes, Rob Moreau was very popular in the 90s with Northern Exposure, right? The
Yes.
television series, if I remember well.
Yes.
And he did Quest Show, a film directed by Robert Redford, you know. And I think since then he ventured into directing as well after getting this experience.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think it was wonderful working with him. He has great experience in television and cinema for you.
Yes, I'm very proud to say that he was my first director.
Yes.
I'm
But
very lucky.
tell me, yes, great. Emily, tell me, when we talked a little bit, you told me you have maybe a certain notice or a certain critique of the film industry or your personal, reflection on working in the industry. You'd like to share something with the viewers about your own impression, thoughts, your challenges, maybe as an actress, as a woman artist.
Well, like I say, I don't have a ton of experience on the artistic side of film at the moment. But just the film industry in general to me is a beautiful place to be. It's an environment where there are a lot of very hardworking people with wonderful personalities, and it amazes me how a group of sometimes strangers can come together in a day and accomplish amazing things separately and together, because you can't make a movie by yourself. You need the truck drivers, and you need the caterers, and you need the security guards, and the cameras, and the actors, and the set dressers, and the prop guys, and the makeup artists, and it's just a huge endeavor. Every single day we are able to come together and realize something from a piece of paper, or these days a computer screen, but to just bring people's words to life. And even if I'm just sitting in my truck watching it happen, it's an incredible thing, and I love it. It's so much fun. There's some beautiful people in the industry that they just show up every day and work super hard. But it teaches you a lot about, I mean, the things that I've learned in production have transferred over into my life. Um, things like there are no problems, there are only solutions. Like, we don't have time in the film industry to wonder about like who made the mistake or what happened or why something went wrong. We have to hurry up and solve the problem so that we can move on to the next shot. And in life, sometimes too, it's the same. It's like, it doesn't matter, you know, what's going wrong right now. Like, how can you fix it and make it work out for the next portion of your life? So it's taught me to be strong. It's taught me to be to bend and to make do and to think quickly on my feet and to, you know, make decisions that, you know, you just have to move forward. And it's, you know, just the things that I've learned in film have given me a philosophy on life that I've taken over into my actual day-to-day routine. So I'm thankful for that.
And I see behind you there is a painting. Did you draw this yourself?
Yes, these are all of my own works.
Yes.
I love to paint. I love to create. I actually have taken some of my work and put it on fabric and made jewelry. I have Funk and Form is my funkandform.com. I have a new website that I'm working on trying to get populated. I have a lot of work to do on that, but between driving and going to school and just creating works in the first place, I have my hands full. So it's a
Yes,
you know, just a day-to-day. I add a little bit here and there, and you know, on my days off. And so, but I do have a lot of work to do. But funkandform.com, and you can see my artwork there. And I also sell some thrift items, and you know, eventually it will be you know, just clothing and you know, knickknacks and fun stuff that I found.
yes, I thought, yes, because I compared this painting to your LinkedIn profile. You have something on the banner, you know, and I imagine this is the same style. You paint on canvas, right?
Yes.
Yes, this is very nice. Yes.
Thank you.
And yeah, I hope you can share with me your website. We can put it also write down the interview here. And as well, what I would like to ask you finally, you know, um, maybe as an actress or right now you are a painter. I've just seen yesterday a trailer. You know, I love the films about artists, by the way. You know, like Surviving Picasso with Anthony Hopkins. You know, and The Agony and Ecstasy. You know, the classic films. You know about Van Gogh and all the stuff. I wanted to ask you: do you have maybe a dream role you would like to perform in the future?
I don't know about a dream role, but I do love I love Southern accents, and I love just gritty roles.
Yes.
You know, I think it'd be really fun to just be a absolute mess on screen. You know, like a girl with actually,
Like
you know,
like a Southern accent, like Robert De Niro in Cape Fear, something like that.
yeah,
Yes.
just something that, you know, that's
Completely different than to yourself, maybe. I mean, you would like to make, I mean, a character completely different that your own pronunciation, vocabulary, maybe something, a challenge role, I mean.
yeah, that would be a lot of fun. It'd be a lot of fun
This
to,
is
you
great.
know, it's all about playing and just enjoying yourself. So I think that you know, we as humans have a huge range of emotions, and most of the time, you know, I just try to be as positive as I can and to enjoy every minute of life, you know, especially after what we've all gone through in the past couple of years, I've realized like life is too short to have problems and life is too short to be upset. So I try really hard to be, happy and upbeat and everything, but it would be really fun to be on camera and to just like let all that nitty gritty stuff out.
Of course. And I think as well, if you do like a southern character, movies taking place in the South in the United States are always interesting because it takes you away from the city. It's a completely different environment. So I think it could be interesting for you as a performer to try something like that. But I want to ask you, you're a good driver, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
I can drive, I drive 5-ton trucks.
Well,
I normally I drive a van at work, or I'll drive a truck for, like a stake bed for construction. A couple of weeks ago, I drove a Shorty 40 and picked up a wardrobe for the wardrobe department, and then the next week I was driving talent in the car, and it just depends. Like every day is a different vehicle. Every show is a different job. Sometimes I'll be driving a van with crew from base to set. Sometimes, it just depends. I'll be taking, set dressers to pick up furniture and different materials at prop houses and a 5-ton. So it's just every day is a different day. And that's another thing that I love about film. It's never the same day twice.
a movie that could interest you, we saw it last week, a new film with Morgan Freeman and Juliette Binoche,
Oh yeah.
the French actor. Of course, she won the Oscar for The English Patient. And I had the privilege of meeting her in Egypt. We gave her a tribute in Cairo Festival. She came with Richard Gere. They did a movie that year together. But last week, she did a film with Morgan Freeman. It was released online. It's called Paradise Highway. I
I'll
think you
check it
can
out.
easily watch it. Yeah, she plays a truck driver, by the way, a
Oh
cross-state
really?
truck drive. Yeah. So I think you would love it because it has as well Morgan Freeman, and also the director. I believe is a woman as well. Her name is Anna Gatto. So
Awesome.
you would love it. It's about and it has a very humanistic storyline, and it tells you about the aspect of cross-state truck driver. First time I see a woman, as a truck driver in the main character of a film. All the
Yeah,
time
I will.
it's more of a male-driven role. I remember
Yes.
right now a classic series. I used to watch it when I was young in Egypt, American, PG and the Bear, and it was about a truck driver who was a monkey,
I remember
with
that show. I used to
yeah,
watch it
yeah,
myself.
it was a classic one. So, Emily, it was great talking to you online.
Thanks
I
for
wish you
having
all the
me.
best in your career as an actress and also in your current work as a driver. Logistics are very important in filmmaking.
They really are.
And best wishes in your classes. And I
Thanks.
wish that you can invite us to your next film, to the premiere of your next film next year or
I
something.
I will let you know.
Thank you very much. Have a good
Thank
love
you.
and lovely afternoon. Thank you very much.
You do the same. Thank you so much for having me.